Welcome back to SwitchCorner. My name is Alex, and today I wanted to take a look at the performance for A Plague Tale: Innocence on the Nintendo Switch. Now, it's been out for a while on other platforms, but not only did it see a PS5 upgrade, but we also got a Nintendo Switch cloud release as well. So how does this cloud variation perform? How does it look? And is it going to be worth the cash? Well, hit subscribe if you love the Switch as much as we all do here. Join our growing family, and let's get started. So before we do start this, let's talk about my connection speeds and internet quality. I run Giga Internet, so that's up to 940 megabits per second download speeds, and then 35 megabits per second upload. Now in real life, because my internet provider is mostly useless at actually giving me anything near to that, I ran a quick speed test. It revealed 650 download and 4 uploads. So basically my conditions should be more than suitable to deliver optimal performance. As always, the game features a free trial though if you do want to make sure you can get the performance that you are looking for. So for those that don't know quickly though, A Plague Tale: Innocence, it's the story of Amicia and her younger brother Hugo. After a quick opening where, let's say, you part ways with your family, you're now alone and scared, and you're on the run together from not only Inquisition soldiers that are after you, but swarms of rats that carry the plague. It's a game with an interesting dynamic as you often direct and lead your brother. I actually played it back at release and I really did enjoy its unique spin on what is stealth gameplay, because that's really what this is. There's some minor puzzles, some minor exploration, even the very occasional moment of combat, but don't think huge swords or anything like that. The character is just 14, so she's basically armed with a slingshot and some environmental assistance as well. It's more hide and sneak than anything else. So how does this Switch variation perform? And I'm booting up, there's a quick loading screen, just states the game will begin soon, and before I knew it, I was in. No disconnects, no issues, no overwhelmed servers, though that obviously may change with time, given tomorrow the game's going to see a worldwide release. The first thing to hit me though, honestly, the game's naturally streamed, so quality it is going to be lower, but this is a heavy hit to the resolution. The blur, the character detail, just pixelation, it's nearly immediately apparent. With time it did honestly improve in moments, but then it also dropped in others. I think the most contrasting part though was just seeing cutscenes kick in where there's just this noticeable jump up in quality. The game also then employs a heavy use of motion blur, no doubt that is to mask some of the issues associated with streaming, and while blur has always been present in this title, it is now in just overdrive. You move that camera and outside of our lead characters, the backgrounds are just extremely challenging to make out. It meant for me in moments of stealth I couldn't determine a path on the go, rather I would actually need to stop, look at what's surrounding me and then move from there. It removes that quick reaction time that you can achieve on other platforms. When it comes to streaming as well, then naturally it comes with two common issues. The game can and no doubt will stutter at moments, and then there's noticeable input lag. I wouldn't say it's huge, it's enough to feel it though, and targeting with your slingshot is going to become just that little bit more challenging. As I said, the combat in this game is relatively minimal, but to help assist with this, there are aim presets in the options, and I wouldn't suggest you play with these. Just keep them on, keep them in place, they're absolutely necessary. That's going to be by far the best way to experience the game with the Switch. Next from here though, while I was in the options, I dove into what else I could do. Could I adjust the blur, any of that good stuff? And sadly not. Controls, we can adjust the camera axes and sensitivity, and then graphically we can adjust brightness as well as the chromatic aberration. That gives almost a 3D effect, which I adjusted myself to low. Surprisingly though, I never return to brightness in games typically, but this is the one case when I did just that, because it has a lot of darker moments contained, and the lower resolution for sure made navigation in these moments just that little extra challenging, so I decided to kind of give it a little boost up. With this one though, I understand why they had to go that cloud route. The game's not only got a really strong visual style, but it has some decently sized locations, and when the rats kick in, it's just seriously impressive. Even at the 30 FPS performance we are seeing here, this would simply overpower the current Switch hardware, and I just don't see any other way they would have had around it. For me, in this game's case and all the cloud games so far, honestly, it's basically this or nothing. What I'm saying here is though, like, I don't want this video to devalue the title's quality. It is a good game with a unique idea and a likeable duo at the forefront of this adventure, but this build, it comes with compromises, so for me it's going to be the last way you should play it, because it's free on Game Pass, it's available on PlayStation as well, you can grab it on Steam, and it's going to be right around that same price. Actually, to be honest, no doubt you'll be able to even find it cheaper on sale on other platforms. I actually did a quick Google search and within a few moments I found a few physical copies, both PS4 and Xbox, much cheaper. Now if Switch is your only way to play though, and you're okay with the concept of cloud gaming, which it's kind of the way the industry is heading, you just need to accept that resolution drop is here, there's an input lag you need to adjust to, and you need to work with the game's presets. That's camera motion and then that auto aim. Naturally as well, like any digital game honestly, you do not own it, they could take it away at any time, but unlike a digital release where you download it, you install it, this is a stream. Once those servers are gone, this is gonna be gone for good. I honestly don't think that's happening anytime soon, but when I spoke to Control and Hitman 3 before this, that was like the #1 comment I saw, and yes, it is absolutely true, and I understand it doesn't sit right with everyone. If you are coming to Switch as well, play it handheld to sharpen up that resolution. If you have no other way to play though, I do think it's a very unique IP with a great story and a sequel in the works, so check out that free trial, see how the performance is for you. I myself, as I said, I got stutters, resolution refreshes, and I for sure had lag, but with Hitman before it, with Control before it, I was personally able to adjust to these limitations. Maybe you can as well. So what do you all think though? 30 to 40 dollars, pounds, euros for a cloud game depending on your region? Is this something you're comfortable with, or would you rather spend that cash elsewhere? With that then, a shout out to the patrons of the channel who are just going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. Now if you do want to check that out for yourself, I have linked it in the video description down below. Then hit subscribe if you love the Switch, as much as we all do here. Join our growing family, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.